The one and only Ahmed Ali. Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
And then I started doing more research and I found you, and I hate doing videos, but the coaching calls was one of the things. And then you had another video that caught my eye where it was specific, outside the PMP, but I knew this is real content. This is things that will be on exam, right?
I did hard work for sure, but I think the follow-up, sir, you did. I don't know how you managed to do the follow-up. With one particular student like me, you have hundreds of students. You are just keeping an eye on each of the students. So after my hard work, I can say that the credit goes to you, sir. That is for sure.
Hi Amar, good morning. Yes, I cleared the exam. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. And this has happened only because of that customized roadmap and mocks, and you always keep on asking us to do proper RCA, detailed RCA. It happened only because of the detailed RCA. Yes, this RCA helped me a lot.
Thank you for all this guidance and support you gave me. Mr. Amir, thanks for our team.
So I was just looking at his post, who cleared the PMP, and he used to post the success stories on daily basis. So I reached out to Alina and I asked her how's his program or something. So she said you can trust him and you should join this program if you are looking for it.
It was a very customized base feedback that I was getting from sir, from you.
So yes, follow-up is very important, and thank you very much for that. It made me accountable. If you didn't ask me this often, I would have slacked off more.
I would say your course was super important. I think this was the main part, once you understand the course, and then I think the mocks were super important. Your emphasis on mocks, you kept nagging us that, get this mock done, do RCA. All of this was super helpful because questions were they were similar. So yeah, mocks were, there are so many mocks that you have, and if you do all of them, I'm pretty sure anybody who goes, who does them can easily clear a PMP.
Amir, first of all, thank you so much. I think without your guidance, it took me 1 year, one complete year. I was preparing for PMP through books and everything. So I was giving some mocks also available online, and I was not able to, have that confidence that I'll be able to clear. But I'm telling you, after attending the classes, especially after doing the mocks, doing the RCAs, I was feeling confident enough that yes, I can attempt it. And the day you told me to book your exam, I still asked you that are you sure that I can give the exam? And you said yes, you're ready.
First of all, I thank you a lot for the privilege, because when I started encounter with your program through linking, so some of your talks, always motivating me, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. So I always follow you, almost everything, all your journeys. I watch all of them, even the one that they speak in your local language.
So that was not an easy journey, and it would not be possible without you. I really appreciate the support. He was always available for my questions and always put me in the right direction. And actually, if I want to say how was the journey, my journey started 2 years back. When I first called you for the SP, and then you directed me to PMP, and then we did SP after that, and then you tricked me to do the PGMP.
Thank you so much, and again, Amir, thank you so much, and your mocks are really good. I mean, yeah, please, everyone should do your mocks for sure, and then they will be all prepared for the exam. And trust your program.
And then you came with your follow-ups, and that kind of really boosted me. Those daily follow-ups, making sure that I was getting the mocks that I needed to do completed, and following up on me, it really boosted my motivation again. And as I was started doing those mocks, I got an opportunity for a job which required me to have PMP, so I had to book for PMP before I get the interview.
Mostly coaching goal is for you understand how you will solve the question. Mostly it is like that. We can only do the 10 or 12 questions, maybe less than that. But main thing is it will come into your bones that you have to do elimination technique. So you cannot go just, okay, this is the answer, I will go directly put this answer. That is the main thing. It will come into you that you have to do elimination technique. That is the best thing for coaching all.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, with the right guidance from yourself, I managed to do good in the exam and to clear the PMP. I would say that your approach was really helpful because I'm not that type of a person who would sit there and read a lot of theoretical things to get things done. I'm more of a practical person who would prefer practicing over sticking to the theoreticals. And
I would definitely say that the root cause analysis for me was the key. And here's why. Is some people try so hard to memorize all the processes and how they're all linked together. And if you do this, then you got to do that. And some people, maybe they think that way. That was very hard for me. It was just a lot to memorize. I'm not Amer Ali. I can't do that. So for me, just the process of actually answering the questions with your technique of process of elimination. And then you're left with always like two answers. Which one do you do? And if you get it wrong, you have to go do the root cause analysis. So thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you very much for everything. Fantastic. I would not have done as well as I had done if I hadn't had the foundation of engagement, for sure.
Who here wants to be successful? Raise your hands. Hello everyone, and good to have you in the coaching call. Okay, so my name is Amir Ali. If you are my student, just message in the group. Whatever the groups you are, the coaching call has started, so that other people can also join. The purpose of this coaching call is very straightforward. I called it EST coaching call. This coaching call is defined for those people who are living in US, Canada, Australia, and they cannot join our normal coaching calls, and they want to learn how to solve question answers. So without further ado, we are going to solve question answers. If you have anything else that you want to ask, feel free to ask. I'm here for you. This will be 20 to 25 minute session, and we will be solving 5 question answers into it. Okay. Here you go. Put your answers in the chat box so that I can know you understand the reasoning behind the question. This question, you need to slow down. You cannot just answer this question. Otherwise, if you try to answer this question, for sure you can get it wrong. Okay. So let's go here. Which risk management strategy you have used here? You are traveling back to your country. You know from your past experience, there will be too much crowd. You decided to reach 1 hour earlier. When you reach the airport, you are happy to find out you were right. Airport was overcrowded. Your plan has proven successful to handle this. Which strategy you have used? Avoid. So before I answer this question, can you put in the chat box what does these strategies mean? I can see Diyar Muhammad put avoid, and Amrit, you put accept. Can you put in the chat box like what does avoid mean? What does accept mean? What does this each of these strategy actually mean? Because that is the real question behind it. That what does avoid is, what does accept is, what does mitigate is. Because once you know the reason behind these strategies, what those strategies are, everything else is actually kind of a easy thing. So what does this strategy means? I'm gonna give it 30 seconds. Put in the chat box. They are Amrit. I'm waiting. Take action completely avoid. Yes, acknowledge the risk. So we did not. Your Amrit, your answer is right. Okay, but here you look into that. If I put risk is, if I put into that, risk is probability into impact. Okay, probability into impact. Avoid means you kill the risk. This is a keyword here. When I say I have avoided the risk, this means you have killed the risk. You have made probability zero. So they are, was there any probability that still the crowd was too much that I can miss it? There can be an accident in it. So I did not kill the risk. This is not avoiding. Except, Amrit, you said I accept the risk. Accept mean you took the risk, put it in the risk register, and you look into that as a trigger. When that trigger happens, then you took the action. This is not accepting. You did not give it to anybody else. You decrease the probability or impact. You minimize the risk. That is definition of mitigation. That is a classical definition of mitigation. Is that clear to you? Why it is not avoid, why it is not transfer or accept, and why it is mitigation? The answer, Amrit, you were asking me about the root cause analysis. So let's say if you were doing this question, what would you put it in the as a root cause analysis? You would put it into that it is not avoid because of this, it is not transfer because of this, it is not accept because of this, it is mitigation because of this thing. So that is heart and soul of root cause analysis. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Let's go to the next question. Okay, before you answer the question, I want you to explain me in the chat box what does risk register mean? What does it contains? Everything about it. What does lesson learn register mean? What does it contain? What does issue log contain? And what is a project management plan? I want you to explain me all these four documents. So this is actually the solving question answer, Rashid, Amrit. This is actually solving the question answers. Not just looking at the question, but understanding each and every single option and what does that mean. So explain them. G, explain these documents, please. I'm waiting, guys. Ten seconds more. Lesson learn register is made up term. It's not a made up term, brother. Lesson learns are updated throughout the project. Risk register can. Amrit, I want you to open the PMP booklet and open steps of issue log. How to handle issue log. Opportunities. Issue log once we register the current that is happening right now. Issue logs which is current, and if a document that lists all identify a record improve the future projects. Okay, what else? Okay. What else here we have? Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if we look at the question, risk register, it contains list of all the risk. Okay. Lesson learn register, it contains lessons that you learned and that you fill it throughout the project for the future projects. Issue log, what happens now, the first thing to do in the project. Plan has everything into it. What you should do first always see issue log is always the answer of when something happened bad. The first thing to do is update the issue log. C is the right answer. This looks like an easy question for you. Okay, so you are working in an IT project. Team members are complaining that they are overloaded. So they are overloaded. That's the problem. You need to slow down. You need to identify the keywords each question. They are not able to deliver desired quality. You have been receiving complaints. What will you do to make sure resources are doing work according to their capacity? The issue is already highlighted. I don't need more people I cannot fire. So Kanban basically limit the work in progress. Kanban basically limit how step by step things are moving. So that's what is needed here. We want to limit the work in progress at one time. So Kanban will be used. Okay, so what will you do to make sure that a team can be transferred to agile in next 2 years? Your team is moving from productive project to agile. Your team has never done any project. They are not convinced it will not work. So normally when someone is not convinced, you either show them the past history or you make a pilot. That are the two options that you have. Stakeholder complain that they do not. You shown them this worked in the previous organization, so you already did that. You already showed them that this has worked in the previous. They still not convinced. It's not a cultural issue. You do not escalate it. You make a pilot of it like small MVP and look into that. So pilot mean like small portion into it. You make a small portion, small MVP. They look into that. That's the purpose of minimum viable product. And if they like into that, if they feel that this is something that can be helpful for them, then that is a good answer. Okay. Guys, what is MVP? Can you put in the chat box? Minimum viable product. What does that mean? Make a pilot project shows that how it can work beautifully, beautifully answered. I like it. Ashraf, you are putting that into the real concentrations. That's very good. Okay, let's go to the last question of today. Okay, you had a new team member. At which stage is your team as of a team member? You're a project manager working in a pharmaceutical company. You have been working with the same team. Due to severe COVID, one team member got sick, cannot work. You hired new team member. Performing is the ideal stage where the team works in the best way. Storming, the team have conflict. Norming, when team moves from storming to norming, that's the next stage. And the first stage is forming. Now, a new team member has come, so you go back to the forming stage. That's one of the concept of Tuckman ladder: forming, storming, norming, performing, and then jetting. So we go back to the forming stage whenever a new team member comes. Okay. So these were the 5 question answers that I promised that we will do as a EST coaching call. It's good to be with you guys after 2 weeks of my long trip and solving these question answers. This is something I really love. So I do appreciate you guys joining it, and I hope you learned a concept or two. So if you are my students, tomorrow we will have a coaching call, premium coaching call at 11 a.m. EST at Zoom, and to join it, I would love to see you there. And I hope you join, and let's make you PMP. Bye bye.
I would have not been able to clear the exam if Amir Ali would have not been there. I would have not been.
I did not believe that I will be able to clear my PMP within a month.
I don't know what to say actually. Like I'm kind of like really
I got my results and I was above target in all 3 categories.
Wow.